Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Only Trade to Win. Today is February 20th, 2024, 6:45 a.m. New York time. We're going to have a really basic class today because one of my friends showed me my previous video and I realized that I actually need to show my dashboard right here is on the left. My time frame is up here. I have 15, 30, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly selected as my favorites, and here I can go even in more details, but I keep this in daily. One of the things that we will need to use right here on the left side, if you click, we will need the trend line, or we'll need this horizontal ray. So let's just go and click on the trend line, and what the trend line will allow us to do is basically draw lines like this. Another tool that we use all the time is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth one. On the left, you click the box and you go down. There is price range, date range, and there is also date and price range. You cannot see it, but price range, if you click on that one, it will give you a thing that shows that if you go from this point until this point up here, it will show you how much a stock has gone up in percentages or in point value. ARM Holdings is a recent IPO, but it's not a new company. This is September 14th, the company IPO'd, and price was $51 a share. It was sold by SoftBank, Japanese bank that made an investment back in 2016 and acquired this company for $32 billion. They were trying to sell it to Nvidia, but because of the regulatory difficulties, they abandoned that plan. Now the company is public and it is in the news and it's on our ticker. I grabbed the price range tool and it is up 129% from its IPO price, and its IPO price was back in September of last year. The majority of this move, however, came here 2 weeks ago on February the 7th when the company reported. It did really well on revenue, getting close to that $1 billion quarterly sales mark, and it did really well on earnings per share. So we grab our price range tool and we go back to this price and say this is where it closed the day before the earnings, and we go boom. Company announces earnings, the stock runs up 64% but closes up 47%. It does nothing the next day, but the following day it takes off, and 2 days ago we were up almost 100%. Right now pulling back a little. This is where we're trading right now, or where we closed last night, February 19th. And if you look at this number here, in parentheses, it shows 65%. This is how much the stock is up from the earnings date, which was Wednesday, February the 7th, just 2 weeks ago. And I hope this explanation is really helpful and that you'll be able to follow me when we're talking about percentages and which way the stock has moved and by how much. Now, this company is not only doing well, this company is also extremely important. Even though the IPO was a few months ago, back in September of last year, this company was funded back in 1990, and the chips that they make are actually in every cell phone that is in use right now on the planet. Now, in the circle right now, we have the price from the day that it gapped up 2 weeks ago until today. Obviously, if we're looking on daily, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading days, 7 bars. What we can do is go up here on the left side and click on 4H. It will give us 4-hour periods. You see, we're getting more bars, still doesn't really show us anything. Then we go into 2-hour period, getting a little bit more. Then we go 1 hour, and let's go 30 minutes and see what we get in 30 minutes. Right here on the left side, you have this little widget. If you click on it and you go auto fits data to screen, it will automatically fit your data to screen. But in any case, what we can see now is a little bit more how the stock traded, how price changed from the day it gapped up. And one thing that we're going to do right now is on the left side, again, we go to the second box and we select horizontal ray, and we place our horizontal ray, our bottom prices. So let's call it a floor and say if the price breaks down below this level like this, then we don't know how far it's going to go and we have no more interest in the stock. We'll just put it on our watch list and get out. Now, if the price cannot go down, the other scenario, we're looking for it after it finishes its consolidation, however long it takes. We never know. Sometimes it takes a month. Sometimes we've seen, like with Nvidia, 140 days for the stock to break above the $500 level it reached back in August, and then it took off in January of this year. So we may have a consolidation 3, or it could take off today, and by the end of the week could be a new all-time high. So no, by the way, if you look at this picture, we are looking at the 15-minute chart, but the bottom of the chart is $94 and the top is $196, and this is an extremely volatile, and it's a very important company. It had a huge move after posting excellent earnings, and now it's consolidating, sitting up here. And I thought I'd use it for two things. Number one is how to use the measuring device. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth box here on the left. And also I wanted to show you the structure, as when you zoom in closer by decreasing the time periods that are represented by each red and green bar. Now we're going down to hourly here, 30 minutes and 15 minutes. On the right side, we can click this and we have AutoFits data. Okay, great. So then we look inside, and again, we go on the left side, 1, 2, we select the second box, we select the trend line, and we put a trend line trying to reach as many different points as we can, like this. Let's turn it into a green color. Boom. Okay, like this. So basically, since we know that the stock is an uptrend, what we're going to do is we're going to look and see if we can find a good entry point. Let's put another trend line, which is a little more shallow, and let's also turn that trend line green. Let's delete this circle so we can see it better, like this. Okay, great. We leave it like this, and then we're going to watch it. Now, the question is, why would we spend so much time looking at one company? It's great that we got to learn how to doodle and measure things, but because we know from our research before, here I am looking at different indexes. If we go down on the left side where D is in green, this is the Philadelphia Stock Exchange. We did 5 series full review on the semiconductor index, and it's in the playlist on our channel. If you watch it, you will know everything you need to know about the semiconductor index. Just briefly, it was up 70% last year, while Nasdaq was up only 53%. Then we took all the 30 stocks that are in the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, and we looked in their earnings per share and revenue increases and price, and this is basically our working table for all semiconductor stocks. And if we look at this is ranked by the biggest decrease in earnings per share, this side, and this side shows decrease in revenue. You can see that there are a lot of stocks in the semiconductor index that have decreases in their earnings per share and the revenue, yet they experience quite significant gains and stock price appreciate. Like, for example, let's take LRCX right here. This number 11 shows the weight and the size the stock has on the index. Right here, number 5, it means it's taking the 5th place if we rank it in terms of percentage gain for last year. Now, if we look at column number 5, its earnings per share are down almost 30%, and the same picture is on revenues. So we have a stock whose earnings per share and revenues are declined, but yet it was up 100% last year. I actually had to find another stock because LRCX just reported, and let's go to KLA Corp. Okay, the stock is up 57% while its earnings per share and its revenue declined 16% compared to last year. I think we can say that here fundamentals do not really matter right now because they're all running up. It will not be like this forever, but at this point in time, it seems like people who are buying these things don't care. And one thing that we cannot do is we cannot get in the way. We just want to hop on board and just ride the wave. And it seems like the wave is buying everything that's making and not making money. And we know this company that just went IPO and actually was up 100%. And now it is up 65% from where it was just 7 days ago. And the cool thing about that company is that it is actually making money and it's beating expectations. We watch and see, but one more time. On the left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click that box, go all the way bottom, select price range, click on where you want to measure from to where you want to measure. You can go left or right if you want to extend it. And in parentheses, you see the percentage. And here you see the points. Same thing on the reverse. I think after watching this video, you'll be able to follow better when me or somebody else is drawing different things, but you definitely should explore this. This is very rich with different tools that you can use, and the basic tools are trend lines, measuring the distance, points, so you know where to place your targets and where to put your stop losses. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, please comment below. We are working on putting together a Discord channel so I can give you a copy of all this stuff. Please follow us, and until I see you next time, navigate with care. Have a great day, everybody. Bye bye.